Fultz, followed by shoe salesman / rapper Lonzo Ball. Ball is not in Chicago for the draft combine, but Fultz and Scott Howard Cooper are. So really, what else do you need, right? Scott joins us from Chicago, and Ball isn't the only high-end prospect skipping the combine. Scott, for the personnel folks, for the executives who have come to Chicago, knowing that they're not going to get to work out some of these high-end prospects, maybe not even get to lay eyes on them, what are they hoping to gain from the experience?
Well, for some of the top prospects who are here but aren't getting on the court, this is still an opportunity for the NBA front offices. The interview process is pretty important in some cases and very important in others. If players have questions about their past that need answering, the teams are able to sit down, and that's one of the big differences between now and during the regular season. During their college career, the players get scouted. This is a different kind of scouting when the front offices will sit down. Just a few minutes of getting to know these guys' personality can go a long way.
I mentioned Markelle Fultz, who is on hand in Chicago. Is he the consensus or near consensus #1 pick at this stage, or will it come down to who wins the lottery?
He's the consensus #1 at this stage. It's not like he's got a giant lead, but it clearly is his spot to lose. If you talk to most teams, clearly they find an advantage to Markelle Fultz over Lonzo Ball, over Josh Jackson, because of his versatility. That even if a team wins the lottery that has a point guard, Markelle can still fit in with that team because he can be successful at playing off the ball. That's one of the things that sets him apart from Lonzo Ball, who's much more of a true point guard, a distributor. But a guy like Fultz, if, for example, the 76ers win and they feel like that they've got a good fit with Ben Simmons as their point guard of the future, if the Celtics win with the Nets pick and they say they've got Isaiah Thomas, obviously going in a very good direction there, Markelle Fultz can still fit in very well because he can be paired with those players, not play instead of.
Teams are also going to get their first look at Terrence Ferguson, who kind of went the Brandon Jennings, Emmanuel Mudiay route. Instead of playing a year of college ball, he went overseas, in this case Australia. What kind of a player is he? Where does he project in terms of the draft?
Right now, he's a guy that's headed to the late teens, maybe early 20s. I think that the workouts are going to be important for him. This is a guy that people have known for a couple years. He's an American product, grew up in Tulsa, signed at the University of Arizona, played at the Nike Hoop Summit, which is a big showcase for players coming up about to go into the college ranks. So it's not like he's some big man of mystery. But as you mentioned, Matt, he has taken a unique route. He's a guy that's a shooter, and we know that especially these days, if you can hit shots, you're going to play in the league for quite a while. But people do want a chance to get to see him, get him into the individual workouts when they bring him to town. Once we know the lottery order, he's a guy that people have known about. It's just he's been playing far away.
Shooting, good. Teams like shooting. Scott Howard Cooper with us.
They like it a lot.
Scott remains draft eligible, by the way. Thank you, Scott.